For 3 millennia, Earth had been ruled by the Syrinx, an alien species that had arrived when humanity's lights had flickered out. Or so they believed. Cities had crumbled into green jungles, oceans had swallowed once mighty coasts, and monuments to human pride lay buried under layers of soil and mystery. The Syrinx called the planet Valora now, a tribute to their empress, who had liberated it from the grasp of its previous careless masters. Commander Vetra Exil hovered over the cracked surface of what ancient maps called New York. Her troops, clad in sleek bio-armor, searched through the ruins for remnants of the old world. The latest dig had unearthed a curious bunker, sealed tight with mechanisms no Syrinx hand could open. Human technology, far beyond what was thought possible for their primitive kind. "This bunker," muttered Vetra, "has a heartbeat. Inside that dark tomb, sealed for 3,000 years, they slept the last remnants of humanity. Not frail or broken, but enhanced, preserved in an experiment codenamed Project Revenant. Their bodies had been modified with nanotechnology, their minds encoded with history, rage, and strategies for vengeance. When the bunker's systems detected external interference, a silent signal surged through the sleepers. Awaken. Captain Juno Ward blinked against the soft white lights as her pod hissed open. Memories flooded her mind, the fall of Earth, the battles lost, the desperate final gamble to survive extinction. She stumbled forward, legs trembling from disuse, as others around her also began to emerge, soldiers, engineers, scientists, humanity's last, best hope. Standing before a cracked mirror, Juno saw her reflection human, but not quite. Her veins shimmered faintly with a silver hue, her pupils adjusted like a hawk's, focusing instantly. She wasn't just alive. She was designed for survival in a world that had forgotten her kind. "Status report," she rasped. A former comm specialist, Noah Greaves, quickly summarized, "External atmosphere is breathable but altered. Dominant species, Syrinx. Highly advanced. Consider humans extinct." Juno's lips curled into a grim smile. "Good. They won't see us coming." Above, Vetra's forces finally managed to breach the outer locks. With a mechanical screech, the massive door ground open. Inside, they expected to find old artifacts, maybe dead bodies preserved by ancient superstition. They did not expect Juno Ward, standing tall with 20 awakened soldiers behind her. For a brief second, both sides stared at each other, two species separated by thousands of years and an ocean of blood. "Identify yourselves," barked Vetra, her weapon raising instinctively. Juno stepped forward, her voice steady as stone. "We are the past, you thought dead. And we are your reckoning." Without warning, the humans struck. Moving faster than any Syrinx warrior could follow, they unleashed a barrage of energy pulses and physical force enhanced by nanotech. Vetra's elite soldiers fell within seconds, unprepared for the brutal efficiency of the revenants. Vetra barely escaped, teleporting back to her command ship in orbit. Shock rippled through the Syrinx hierarchy. The humans mythological, extinct, defeated were alive, and worse, they were angry. The war that followed wasn't like the grand battles of old. It was shadowed, brutal, and surgical. Human squads struck key Syrinx installations under the cover of darkness, sowing chaos and fear. Communication hubs, energy cores, command centers all fell victim to precision strikes. The Syrinx tried to retaliate, sending armadas to wipe out the revenants. But humanity had learned from their past mistakes. They used the Earth itself as a weapon, manipulating the planet's storms, earthquakes, and magnetic fields to cover their movements and punish the invaders. As the months bled into years, legends among the Syrinx grew, tales of ghost warriors impossible to kill, who could vanish into the air and reappear with death in their hands. And at the center of it all was Juno Ward, the Wraith Queen, as they began to call her. Deep in the Syrinx throne world, Empress Valora convened her war council. Holographic maps flickered, showing dwindling territories on Earth. "They must be exterminated," she hissed. "But Empress," one general dared to speak, "they are few. They strike with anger, not an army." "Why fear?" The Empress' eyes flashed dangerously. "Because anger is their weapon. Vengeance is their fuel. And history has shown nothing burns hotter than the fire of a fallen species seeking justice." She ordered the unthinkable, a full planetary sterilization. They would destroy the Earth rather than lose it. Juno knew the Syrinx were preparing a final strike. She had captured enough intel from fallen enemies to understand their desperation. The Earth, battered though it was, still lived, and humanity, her people, would not allow it to be destroyed again. In a secret conclave, deep beneath what had once been the Rocky Mountains, the Revenants activated the Aegis Protocol, a last, hidden failsafe, designed by the ancestors. Massive shield generators, camouflaged under mountains and oceans, surged to life. The Earth's atmosphere shuddered as the shields enveloped the planet in a protective cocoon. The Syrinx weapon, a monstrous biocannon capable of fracturing a world's core, fired. The blast struck the shields and rebounded, shattering the Syrinx warships that orbited Earth like vengeful gods, striking down the invaders. It was over. The skies cleared, the oceans calmed, and for the first time in 3,000 years, Earth belonged to humanity again. Juno stood atop a broken spire of a fallen Syrinx city, staring into the sunrise. Around her, the Revenants gathered, exhausted but victorious. "We were forgotten," she whispered, more to herself than to them. "But we remembered. We survived. And now we rebuild." Beneath the rising sun, amidst the ruins of two civilizations, humanity took its first steps into a new future shaped by the memories of the past and the fire of a people who refused to be erased.